Alright lads, it is the Meta Goblin here, and today I'm giving you a guide for Dark Simulacrum. Now you may have clicked this thinking, you know, Dark Simulacrum is kind of a small ability and doesn't really deserve an entire video, and that will be probably the precise reason why you haven't pushed 2k yet. Dark Simulacrum is literally the most overpowered ability in the game. At the same time, it is the most difficult ability to use in the game. To use Dark Simulacrum, you need really top form reaction time. The problem is with DK at the moment is that we don't have enough crowd control, okay? With Dark Simulacrum we do have enough crowd control, and we can do significant crowd control on par with like every other class in the game. So that's why it's very important to learn how to use Dark Simulacrum properly. In this video I'm going to give you a load of macros which are going to help you to use Dark Simulacrum, and then I'm going to teach you how and when to actually use it, because obviously you just don't randomly use it. So let's jump straight away into the macros. The first macro you want to use is obviously just make a macro for a mouse over for Dark Simulacrum, just because it's obviously going to help you out a lot more. But really you're probably going to use this on your current target. Now what you also want to use is Dark Simulacrum on a focus. You know, when you can see your focus target casting, then obviously you're just going to bam it onto the focus. You also want to use Arena 1, 2 and 3 macro for Dark Simulacrum, and the reason why is I'll show you in a bit. As you can see here on my interface, I can very clearly see when each arena player is casting. I can't show you the actual frames, but this is where they are. I definitely recommend to get Move Anything so you can do this. The add-on is called Move Anything. So as you can see, like I can see precisely when arena target 3 is casting. Say that's a fear, then I'm gonna see precisely when I can steal fear. The reason why we do that is because sometimes the target that you need to focus, which is obviously the healer, he may not have castable crowd control, and so you won't be able to like steal anything useful from the focus target, but you still have to keep on focus for crowd control. So perhaps you're playing with like a priest, a warlock and a mage. At least then you can steal the crowd control of a warlock, say for instance if you're training a mage or a warlock, vice versa. And that kind of leads on to the second part of this this guide. You only ever want to be using Dark Simulacrum to steal crowd control. Okay, the reason why is because that is it's reliable. When you can see someone casting crowd control, obviously you're only going to be able to steal casted crowd control as a definite. When you see like a warlock casting fear and you want to steal it, obviously you're going to say to your teammates, don't interrupt it, I'm going to steal it for a start. But normally you just kind of use it when you can interrupt it. So you know, Dark Simulacrum does need precise timing as well. So because sometimes obviously letting your healer get feared is kind of a bad thing. So if you know you can't stop it, or your unit partner can't stop it, then steal it. You know what I mean? That is an important thing to learn as well. But anyway, the only reason, you know, we can see that the fear is being casted, so we know for a definite if we get Dark Simulacrum on time and it's not interrupted, we're definitely going to steal fear. And normally sometimes when it gets interrupted anyway, they try and fear straight after, and with the glyph, you know, it lasts for quite a while, and we'll probably end up stealing it anyway. You may be thinking, you know, oh, but you can steal so many useful things like the wall monk bubble and all that kind of thing. Yeah, fair enough. I think the problem with that is that you're leaving it to chance. Okay, fair enough, you can time something properly. If you can predict something, then, you know, do it. But you have to prioritise casted crowd control for Dark Simulacrum, because at the end of the day you're wasting runic power and you're wasting pressure, because if you can steal crowd control, that's going to be the thing that's going to be most beneficial to you, really. Unless you get really lucky and you steal like a divine shield or something like that. And then again, you know, think about it, it's going to be really lucky for you to do that. You probably end up just getting a flash heal or something useless like that. There are, however, some kind of predictions you can make which are quite reliable. You can steal a priest's psychic scream pretty easily, because it's so obvious when a priest is going in for a fear. Normally he goes spectral geist and then he runs to your healer or to whoever, and you can pretty much, you know, predict that he's going to use a psychic scream. Sometimes he won't even use fear, which makes it even easier. Sometimes he won't use stealth, sorry. So, you know, you just see him moving over and, you know, just cast it. Sometimes, I had this add-on, you can't use it anymore, it kind of doesn't work with WOD, but it trapped, whenever, you know, Hunter had trap on, it basically trapped enemy CC cooldowns. So I could predict precisely when a Hunter is going to trap, so I can just go and eat it. or I could predict when a priest was going to go in fear, so I can just put Dark Simulacrum on, and it normally worked. I could steal fears a few times, so be aware of enemy cooldowns as well, and you know, if a CC is off cooldown, then it's probably a high chance that they're going to go in CC. So yeah, I'm basically saying that you need to prioritise stealing crowd control with Dark Simulacrum, and don't leave it for chance, you know, all the time. Because to be honest, it's a waste of runic power. If you know you can't steal any casted crowd control, basically don't choose the glyph and don't use Dark Simulacrum, and don't. Well, I suppose you could use it during downtime, maybe, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of runic power. It's 20 runic power, and you know you kind of nerfing your pressure by doing that. But if you feel lucky, and you know if you know that you can predict when certain people are going to cast certain things properly, then yeah, use Dark Simulacrum if you know you're going to steal something beneficial. But at the end of the day, if you know it's going to be, if there's a very fairly low chance that you're going to steal anything useful, and you probably just get like I don't know, like fucking regrowth or a flash heal or a fucking frostbolt or something, then it's probably not worth the hassle. I mean, even if you steal Chaos Bolt, it won't do any damage really. But anyway, lads, if you haven't already checked out my Oblivion video, which I uploaded before this, then I really want you to check it out, because I think it's a video, I put loads and loads of hours into that video, and I think it's really interesting to watch, personally. I did actually only make it from a friend, but I think a lot of people will learn a lot of things from that video, and I think if you don't watch that video, you're really missing out on basically playing the best RPG game of all time. But anyway, my name is the Meta Goblin, and until my next video, ciao!